Hello everyone, a very good afternoon to all of you today. This is 𝗣𝗺𝗀𝗺 Niaz from the University of Spoken English and Computer Science. And today I have come up with 𝗣𝗀𝗀 and we are going to conduct a new IELTS speaking mock test. Hello 𝗣𝗀𝗀, how are you?
Sir, I'm good.
Okay, yes 𝗣𝗀𝗀, what's your full name?
My full name is 𝗣𝗀𝗀𝗺.
And what shall I call you?
You shall call me 𝗣𝗀𝗀.
Okay, 𝗣𝗀𝗀, do you work or are you a student?
Yes, sir, I'm a student now.
And what do you study?
Actually, I'm not studying anything these days, but I'm planning to go abroad. And when I reach there, I will try to, and then I will choose my major there.
So what have you planned to choose? Like which field are you going to select?
I think I will get a degree of BS English.
All right. So you want to, why have you selected BS English?
I think it has a lot of scope in Pakistan. So when I come back here from Australia, like I'm planning to go Australia. When I come back from Australia, so I will try to find a lucrative job here.
Okay, that's great. Okay, 𝗣𝗀𝗀𝗺, let's get started with part 1 of IELTS speaking. So part 1 is, the topic of part 1 is photographs. What type of photos do you like taking?
Well, I like to take photos with my family and my friends, especially on the particular special occasions, because I want to make things memorable with my friends, and I like to keep it in my mobile,
Okay.
like in my cell phone.
So what do you do with photos you take?
I sometimes upload my photos on my social media accounts to make it memorable on my accounts, and I like to upload it because I want people to see it.
Okay, all right. When you visit other places, do you take photos or buy postcards?
Well, I don't like postcards, and I think I don't need it. But I sometimes take photos with my friends, and I really like to go new places. Like I want to explore new things, especially natural things.
Okay. Do you like people taking photos of you?
Yes, I like people taking photos of me. So I sometimes irritate my friends, and they get irritated of me. Then they say, "You always want us to take photos of you."
All right. Okay. That's the end of part 1. Now let's move on to part 2. Topic of part 2 is describe a day when you thought the weather was perfect. You should say where you were on this day, what the weather was like on this day, what you did during the day, and explain why you thought the weather was perfect on this day. You have 1 minute to prepare and 1 to 2 minutes to talk. So do not worry about time. I will let you know when to stop. This is your topic, and if you wish, you could make some notes. Your time starts now for preparation. All right, 𝗣𝗀𝗀𝗺. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, you may start speaking now. Do not worry about time. I will let you know when to stop. Your time starts now.
Well, when I was 14 years old, the nature and the weather is a thing which the weather is a fickle thing which can change anytime. And when I was 14 years old, there was a times it was summer season and it was sweltering those days. When I was 14 year old, like it was summer season, and like people were expecting rain because it was very hot those days, and all of my neighbors were saying that they were praying for the rain, and I was at my home in my village, and the people were expecting rain.
Do you want to start part 2 again?
Yes, I
Okay.
think we should start it again.
Wait. All right. So your time starts now.
Well, nature and weather is a thing which is a fickle thing which can change anytime. And when I was 14 years old, there was a time which was summer season. I was at my home in my village. and those days was very sweltering, and the people were expecting rain because it was too hot, and they were expecting it, and then suddenly the rain started, and at first I was thinking that it's just pouring, and but then suddenly it turned into an ice storm, and everything was looked terrible, and everyone was petrified that day. It was a very strong storm. Everyone was waiting for the storm to be stopped, and when it got stopped, everyone came out from their house, and they were enjoying those beautiful weather. Like there was a rainbow in the sky, which was very vibrant, and we were making some ice balls and then throwing on each other, like with our friends. And I think when if it's summer seasons and you get a weather like this, then I think it's exceptional. It has been a very great day with the beautiful weather and the stunning weather. It was a very beautiful day of weather, and I must say that it was a perfect weather for me in my whole life. I always try to consider
All
their
right.
day.
Okay. So when you go on trips, what type of weather do you prefer?
When I go trips, I prefer a kind of weather which is actually nor very cold or nor very hot.
Neither cold nor
Yes.
hot. All right. Okay. That is the end of part 2. Now let's move on to part 3. Okay. What types of weather do people in your country dislike most?
In my country, I have seen most people dislike the summer season because in Pakistan the summer seasons are very hot, and there are builders and farmers who work outside, and if it's sweltering, they cannot work easily.
Okay. What jobs can be affected by different weather conditions?
I think farmers and builders, and there are some more jobs. It can be affected easily by rainy days. Like if it's rain heavily and these people are working outside, they cannot work easily on that rainy days.
Okay. Are there any important festivals in your country that celebrate a season or type of weather?
Well, in Pakistan, people celebrate Basant Kite festival, in which takes place in spring season, and it is celebrated for the start of the season, in which they actually fly the kites in the sky.
Okay. How important do you think it is for everyone to check what the next day's weather will be?
I think it is very important to check next day's weather, because they will know. They should know. The people should know what kind of clothes they should wear on the rainy days. Like if it's going to rain, and they will wear boots, and they will wear boots and jackets, and must they will take an umbrella with them.
All right. Okay, what is the best way to get accurate information about the weather?
I think the SECU weather is the best weather checking website to check weather, because like in the recent years, it has been very good for me. Like I always check weather from that website.
So you think internet is the best?
Yes.
All right. Okay. Let's move on to the last question. How easy or difficult is it to predict the weather in your country?
In my country, in these days, it's not very difficult to predict weather. There are a lot of ways, like AI is here now. You can check weather on like on Google, on any other apps.
And why is that?
Because people should know the weather of tomorrow's, and Like, sir, what was the question?
Like how easy or difficult it is to predict the weather in your country, and why is that? Like you said that people can check easily, it's easy to predict on Google.
Sorry, sir.
I'm repeating the question again.
Okay.
How easy or difficult is it to predict the weather in your country?
It's very easy these days, like it's the world of technology, and everyone can check, like everyone is familiar from internet and weather apps, so it's easy now these days, and it is important to check the next day's weather, and it's easy.
Okay, all right. That is the end of your speaking test, okay? So that was a speaking test of Ubaid. I will see you next time with a new candidate and a new test. Till then, take care of yourself. Allah Hafiz.